Hey guys, welcome back to the hangar. I haven't put out many projects recently, a few raw flights. It's just going to do just a quick hangar update. So a lot of people haven't seen the big flight line 1600mm Spitfire flying for a long time. There is a reason for that, nothing wrong with the model. She's sitting here as my hangar queen at the moment. It is one of my favourite models. The reason that hasn't been flown, since I haven't had a big van, this doesn't fit in my my Mini, so and I refuse to split the wing off of it. So until such time I have the means to carry it to the airfield, she'll stay my hangar queen. The big 90mm F86 fly this is, or Top Gun. That's pretty much ready to go. I need to update the ESC in there because when I did all the calculations, it worked out I needed like a 100 amp ESC, which I've fitted. Turns out on doing all the watt tests, she's put in like 136 amps at nearly 3000 watts. So that'll be a nice model once it's up and sorted. But yeah, need another ESC in that. I blacked out the canopy on that because the way I've got to sit the battery in it. Jodel D120, the Nitro project that didn't end up being Nitro. She's all ready to go. I've just got to sort out battery placement to get the CG in that, but that's pretty much ready to maiden. The big 2.2 metre B17, I believe this is a Starmax stroke Century UK. Now, unfortunately, I do know the owner Century. I spoke to him a little while ago, and unfortunately, they did have a big clear out, and I believe they got rid of a ton of spares in the skip, so missed out on that. Park Zone Mosquito, the big Mosquito, that needs a re-scheme. I've since acquired another one of those from my good friend Mark. 80mm FMS Hulk. I got this as a project. There's now all wrong with it. I'm just going to replace some of the servos in the wings, and then that's going to get a re-scheme. I won't be flying it as a Red Arrows Hulk. That will be in the sort of 1980s, early 1990s REF grey green, as you can see there, with the Hunter, the Phantom, the Lightning. It'll be going in that era of scheme, and I've got some ordnance to put underneath the wings of that as well. Got a little FMS Hawker Typhoon here. I haven't flown that yet. Again, another model I acquired off my good friend Mark. This is I'm trying to think what the company now is that makes this. It's like a little Viper jet that I put a new fan in, did a little bit of a paint job. I did maiden that a couple of weeks ago. It is fast. It's quiet, it's fast, makes a nice noise. Unfortunately, I was running a 2200 4S in there because you ain't got much else space. And I did run the battery nearly dry, and it went safe cut off. So I had to put that down in the rough. No damage, no issues with that, but I know I can't run it on a 2200 because it just sucks it dry. But that does actually really tear the sky up. That does. A little bit nimble, needs cutting down a little bit on the exponential and stuff. But anyway, moving on. The big Sudan RFP 40. I'm yet to maiden that model yet. I want to do a bit of weathering on that, get that one completely finished, and then I'll do maiden on that. There's no rush on that, but that's all ready to go. The F86, I've just got to get a that's the 80mm free wing F86. I need to get a battery for that. So the battery I was using in that seen the end of its days. I think I was running that on a 3300 6S. The 1/6 scale Airworld Cessna, not many of these about. It's not a covered model. It's all wood inside, but it's actually got a full blow moulded fuselage. But it's still ripped and everything inside. But yeah, it's got a full blow moulded fuselage. I will be completing that one. I was going to go electric with it, but I'm going to stay 4-stroke with it because my good friend Chris, who passed away, he bought me this model as a gift, and basically said when he bought it for me, do not go electric with it, because he wanted me to sort of get into the gas stuff, nitro. So he specifically said, no, I've bought it for you so you can have an actual fuel model. This was a little while ago, so we are going to get that going. That's got a OS 74 stroke in it. So basically that just needs refitting. It's all on the old 4.8 volt stuff, so it wants upgrading to 6 volts with the servos throughout. We go to America, everybody knows this, that's still my go-to model. If I'm only taking one model to the club, that is what I normally take. Quarter scale S-back, that I've got to fit my, I've got a DLE 20cc to go in that. Again, it's just a bit further down the project list. The Pilot RC laser, that's a 67-inch laser. That just needs a little bit of work done on it. Not much wrong with that, and needs fitting out servos. I have donated that, I've given that away to another club member to make some space. The reason I've needed to make some space is because this giant P47 of my good friend Paul's that I've been working on, unfortunately Paul's had a bit of an issue with space and things like that, and he's acquired a few more models, so I've done a little deal with him on this P47, so now I own this P47. So I've now got myself a Black Horse 5th scale P47. I'm going to go fully into scale detail with this, as I was I'm working at the moment on all the aluminium panelling around the tail. That's obviously all the filleting that covers up all the join between the tailplane and the fin on the real thing. Again, all the underneath aluminium skid plating all riveted. I'll try and get up there in the tail if I can. I've done all the, I've cut all the doors, made all the doors work on hinges. I've scale detailed all the interior as it should be. Supercharger outlet there, supercharger underneath there, which was non-existent. I've made that out of scale parts. Again, all the riveting. Again, like I say, this is still in the early stages. This I've got the wings to work on next. The tail plane is the same. Obviously the tail light sticks out to about here. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to hold it with one hand here. But I've got, again, I've done all the aluminium filleting across the tail plane, so it all matches into this as well. So that's going to be a really nice scale model when it's done. I'm working on all the aluminium panelling and the panel lines. I've had to do this with my airbrush, and again I will do all the panelling across all these plane surfaces. Of course, we're in invasion stripes. Wings are all covered up down there, they're ready to be worked on. Bit of an update on the T-Rex 600 there. I have had one flight on that. I've had my maiden flight on that, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was really scared. I've got a good tutor who's like an absolute pro, upside down, cutting the grass sort of pro. So he's been buddying me on the maiden flight on that. I was really worried about it to start with, not knowing what to expect, but once it was up there and I had the controls, it's actually, it feels really good. It, you know, it does what you tell it to do. It doesn't get out of control. There was no worry. It's just fully there. So I'm looking forward to having some more flights with that. I've got myself a full spare fuselage and boom and everything for that. The Arado model, I'm having to do some mods to that, the flying wing with the EDF, just because the thrust angle was totally wrong on it. So again, that's gone in the project list. The 1400mm Focke-Wulf 190, that needs a new motor. I burnt the motor out on that, so that's all that needs, and that's good to go. The F51's back in service. I've had that flying recently, as well as the Jan Zumbach Polish P51C. That is a C with a Malcolm hood. 109, all still in service, flies nice. Got to be careful putting this one on camera because this has had quite a few of my videos actually blocked by YouTube. So now in all of my videos, if I'm flying this, you won't ever see a video of it flying because most of the videos of that flying have been taken down by YouTube because of the scale tail insignia. I don't need to say anything else to all you guys that know what I'm talking about, but that's why the fin's covered on it, and I refuse to not have a scale model, so I'm not taking the markings off, so that just won't go on camera again, unfortunately. On the workbench, I've just got my Lossy Pro Moto MX on there, just doing a little bit of servicing work on there. Need to replace a couple of bits, and of course the bit you need to replace is always the bit that's out of stock, so I'm going to have to upgrade on that, which is a stupidly priced upgrade part, but it will stop that from breaking again. Yeah, just obviously I'm set up here at the moment where I've been doing the invasion stripes on the P47. Moving on to the Sei Marchetti, or Machete. This is nearly done. I've just got to finish the wing on this. I don't know whether I'm going to be keeping this model. I may well sell this model unflown. That has got a 82 4-stroke in it. Is it an 82? It is a oh yeah, FA82. I was just looking at the box. But that is a lovely model. In case anyone doesn't know what one of those are, they were used for counterinsurgency and intercepting narcotic smugglers over the border, that sort of thing. The quarter-inch cub, quarter scale cub, she's just sitting up there chilling, waiting to go out on her next outing. I am actually making an electric smoke system to sit down underneath there above my fairings. Well guys, so I'm a bit empty at the moment in here with things hanging because I've had a bit of a tidy up, a lot of stuff's indoors. But just a quick hanger update, just inform everyone, you know, I am still going here on the workbench. I just haven't done much filming and got much out, and when it comes to flying, I found recently if I don't film the flights, I seem to enjoy them a lot more. I feel like sometimes when I'm filming the flights with a hat camera, I feel like I'm flying for everyone else and not myself. So to bring a lot of the joy and buzz back into my flying, I've been flying without the camera, just actually enjoying flying. So here we go guys, we're going on 12 odd minutes now, so anybody that made it to the end, thank you very much. My big fly 90mm Phantom, which is actually fitted with an 80mm fan, that will be back in the rounds again soon. Again, just I've got so many projects on the go, as you can see. The P47 top hatch there, the big 5th scale one, that will be having a full sliding canopy. As you guys know, the sort of what I've done with the P40 and that sort of thing, it will be getting all of that sort of stuff. It's got a, I'm not going to uncover it, I've just got it covered up for moisture or anything, but it's got a new 35cc DLE engine in it. And also, just whilst we're here, I have got myself a JetCat P80. I've got all the running stuff there, everything's ready to go. That has only got, I believe, an hour and a half on it, and they go 25 hours before service. So that will be being fitted into, at the moment, a Kerry Sterner 2 metre Vampire, 1/5 scale Vampire. So, but again, just another bit of a project that's there on the back burner. I've got the turbine for it now, so I can just sort of get some projects knocked out, get some things cleared away, and then can start on a turbine. Anyway guys, I will stop rambling. It's nice to chat to you all again, just an update to sort of explain why I haven't been sort of putting up a lot of videos and things like that, but just to make everybody feel at home, my workbench is probably the same mess as everybody else's. Everybody will understand. Everything is where I've put it down and I know where it is. So, there we go guys. Thanks for watching.